Good evening and welcome to our February 2022 edition of Beachcomber Edmonton's Facebook Live. I'm Warren Yudlowski, the General Manager of Beachcomber Hot Tubs and Patio Edmonton, and I want to welcome everybody to our Facebook Live event this evening. Along with me tonight are Sean and Matt, who will be keeping me updated on questions that you may have throughout the evening. As I always take some time at the end of these Facebook Live events to answer your questions. And by the way, I'll mention this right away. Please feel free to, if you ever have Watercare questions, anything to do with the maintenance of your hot tub, please feel free to call any one of our 3 Edmonton and area stores, whether it's our West End location, where I'm at tonight, our South Side location on 99th Street, or Sherwood Park on Baseline Road. Always feel free to give them a call and ask any questions you have in terms of your Watercare if you have any issues. One of the things we're proud of is we spend a lot of time with every employee, every staff member that joins our team here at Beachcomber Edmonton to make sure that they're up to date on the newest and most, well, I guess, all the questions you would have on your Watercare. So please feel free always to call in. All right, I want to start off by thanking some of you who are going to be on here tonight or be watching this after. And just so you know, if you want to come back to this, you're able to see it. You will be able to see this on our Facebook page as well as on our beachcomber.ab.ca website down the road. If there's certain things you want to go back to and remind yourself of maybe something that you've missed. But I want to thank the people who have waited patiently over the last 18 months to get their new hot tub and spa. It's in my 39-year history at Beachcomber, we have never seen these types of things during this pandemic. But the great thing is we're working our way through it, and 2022 definitely looks like a year that's going to be a lot more normal in this industry. We've also had a few supply challenges in our Watercare and accessory side of our business. One of the things we've tried to do is we've tried to buy deep and buy early and make sure we have the product. So when you do come into one of our locations, we do have the product for you there and make sure that we've got what you need so you can look after your hot tub or spa. All right, one of the things I wanted to mention as well, for those of you who do not follow us or like us on our social media pages, please get on there and get onto Beachcomber, YEG, which is the our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Make sure you like and follow us. If you've got a photo, we'd love to see your photos, a little blurb on there saying, you know, here's us relaxing in our Beachcomber hot tub, our fantasy spa, our Swim Life swim spa. We'd love to see you on there and follow along. We've got some really great photos and pictures of customers who have taken delivery. And that's one thing we've really seen. Now that the product is starting to come in so much quicker than it was in the past, we're trying to post as many photos as we can of people's backyards and most importantly, people with their new product. So please feel free to get on there, like us, follow us, and add your comments. All right, so tonight's topic is going to be draining and refilling your hot tub or spa. And for most people over the next 30 to 60 days, it's time to drain and refill. For most of us, we've filled and drained sometime last fall. Normally it's October, November, and now we're moving into March next week, and the weather's starting to get better. It's going to be above zero, hopefully an extended period of time. And now it's time to think about draining and refilling. So what I want to talk about today is what is the best way to do it? What is the best procedure to use when it comes to draining and filling your hot tub or your spa? And to give you some tips on what to do to, I guess, when you do have it refilled, to have the cleanest and clearest water you can ever have. So one of the things I tell people before you start to drain, a lot of people should do a quick, we call it super chlorination or shocking of the water. So if you're a chlorine customer, for a lot of you, you might be using something like Carefree Boost or something called Chlorblast. If you run another program like Mineralux, okay, it might be chlorine or bromine granules. If you're a bromine customer and use Beachcomber products, it may be Bromoblast. So feel free, put 2 or 3 tablespoons of that product in and leave your hot tub cover or heat shield off for at least 30 to 45 minutes. And what that will just help to do is make sure you're killing any excess bacteria that is built up over this last 4 to 6 months. Then what you need to do is move on to the next step. Now, if your hot tub or spa is at least a year old or more, now's a great opportunity to use a fantastic product called Pipe Cleanse. Pipe Cleanse has been around for a number of years. It's what's called a purge product. And what it really does is take out body oil, mineral, chemical, things that have built up on your plumbing lines. Okay, so just think of things like bacteria, biofilm, things like that that build up in your plumbing over this last 6 months, year, 2 years that you've had your hot tub. So the directions are quite simple on the back, but step one is to remove your microfilter. So take that microfilter, take it out of your hot tub. So remove the microfilter out of the hot tub. Then what you need to do is take your pipe cleanse, pour it into the middle of the hot tub, and at that time, close your air controls. Because what you're going to want to do is turn your massage pump on to high speed. And again, in most Beachcomber hot tubs and other brands, they'll run for 15 minutes and automatically shut off. So the reason we want to close those air controls is just to eliminate foaming, because there will be excess foaming, especially if you've never used this product before and you've got a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old hot tub or spa out there. You will see a lot of residual coming through those lines. Okay, so once you've finished with your pipe cleanse, after that 15 minutes, let it run for at least 24 hours. Okay, you can put your cover back on, let it run for 24 hours. And then the next step is you want to put in some neutralizer. Okay, so before you go to drain the hot tub, please add some neutralizer. What that will do is neutralize all the sanitizer. So again, if you're a chlorine customer, it'll neutralize the sanitizer of chlorine. If you're bromine, it'll neutralize the bromine and get it down to zero, which will allow you to drain your hot tub and not worry about harming the environment or anything else. Well, now the next step is to drain it. So what you need to do, of course, if you've got a Beachcomber hybrid hot tub, what you'll do is you'll turn off your breaker. So in most cases, our GFCI is outside somewhere on our home, or you can turn it off inside the house, and then locate your drain tap. So this drain tap I have in my hand here is from 2018 and newer hot tubs. If you've got an older hot tub or spa that is 2018 or older, you're going to have one with a larger black ring on it. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to thread on your garden hose, you're going to open up the tap and run that garden hose wherever you can drain it to. Now, one of the things I mentioned to everybody is obviously we want to try to wait till the temperature is above zero. And that's why most people will try to drain in March and early April, okay? It will take on a garden hose gravity-fed drain at least 3 to 4 hours to drain, okay? If you want to drain it quicker, one of the best things that we brought out many years ago was something called a quick drain. This quick drain product is fantastic. In 35 to 45 minutes, you can actually drain a standard 13 to 1400 liter hot tub very quickly. So they're available in our stores. We'll talk a bit today about our Customer Appreciation Weekend. Perfect time to pick up this product. And when you're draining your hot tub, which traditionally is every spring and fall, we have found that there are customers that have been using their hot tub or their spa more during this pandemic, as we've spent more time at home and less time traveling, and they've had to drain 3 times, sometimes in the middle of summer. So great product called the Quick Drain. So once your hot tub is drained, okay, and it's starting to drain down, the next thing you want to do is you want to grab a product called Tub Clean. So what you can do with Tub Clean is take Tub Clean, put it on a sponge, or what we've got available in our Beachcomber stores is a hot tub chamois. So grab one of these chamois, and then what you can do is as it is draining down, it's a great opportunity to take some of this Tub Clean on the chamois or sponge and wipe your acrylic as it starts to drain down. We have seen, especially with people who have had a hot tub or spa for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and have never used this Pipe Cleanse Purge product, that their acrylic will get super sticky, okay? So what they're always complaining about is they've drained it down, they've waited a day or two to refill it or wipe it down, and they really struggle getting their acrylic clean and clear again. So what I tell people is as your hot tub is draining down, always make sure that you are rinsing and wiping it down with Tub Clean, okay? So while this hot tub is draining, the next thing you need to do, obviously, is a great opportunity to clean your filter. So as I've always told customers for my many, many years in this business, you should always have a minimum of 2 filters, 2 microfilters available. One that's always sitting in your hot tub or spa, and a second one that is clean and ready to go when it comes time to drain and refill. So if this filter is within 12 to 18 months, there's no question that you should be able to clean it. So what's the best way of cleaning it? Well, step one is you've got to find some sort of pail or some sort of a device or canister to put it into. I always say when I was young, which is many years ago, there was lots of 5-gallon pails laying around. It's very difficult to find one now. So what we've done at Beachcomber is we've created something and picked up something called a Beachcomber Microfilter canister. Okay, so this cleaning canister is fantastic. It allows you to basically take your Beachcomber microfilter, put it down into the canister, okay, and then fill it with warm water. Okay, the beauty of this canister in comparison to a 5-gallon pail is you're going to be able to use half the amount of filter cleaner and save yourself money. So what you do is you fill up the canister or your pail with warm water and take one of our 2 different filter cleaners. The one cleaner that we have used at Beachcomber for over 30 years is Filter Bright. We still have a number of customers who use this product, and we are going to continue to bring it in as long as people want to use it, okay? The beauty of this bag, it's very simple. You'll basically cut the bag with a pair of scissors. If you're using this filter cleaning canister, which has 9 to 10 liters of water, you'll pour half this bag in and let it soak for 24 hours. Okay. After 24 hours, you'll take your microfilter out of the canister or your pail and you'll hose it off really good to get all the cleaner out and then let it dry out for the next time you're going to change your filter, which is on a monthly basis. Okay. Now, the new cleaner that we brought in, which is over the past 3 or 4 years, is Filter Soak. And when Beachcomber brought this product out with Filter Soak, it had 2 major advantages from your standard cleaning product called Filter Bright. Number 1 is you only have to soak it for 1 hour. And that's been a fantastic advantage, as a lot of people didn't want to wait that 24 hours. So it's a really quick, rapid cleaning product. So you soak for 1 hour instead of 24. And secondly, which I thought was a brilliant idea, is they actually made it blue in color. And by making it blue in color, what happens is after it soaks for an hour, the actual pleats of your microfilter will turn blue. And one of the complaints that we've seen from customers over the years is they've soaked a filter, they've taken it out, they've given it to the kids or grandkids and said, okay, go out there now, honey, and hose it all off just to get all the cleaner out. And then that way we'll let it dry out for next month. But what's happened is the kids have ended up having water fights and spraying the neighbor's dog, and they haven't got all the cleaner out of the microfilter. So the beauty of this Filter Soak being blue is they continue to hose it down and rinse it until it comes back to that new white color again. Now you know you've got no filter cleaner left in there. You're not going to get foaming and other residual back into that brand new clean, clear hot tub water after you've drained and refilled. Okay, so now your hot tub is ready to fill again. So what you're going to do, obviously, is get your hose, hook it up to your, and hopefully in March or April, we'll be able to go back to our outdoor taps again. And one of the products that we don't spend enough time talking about is what is called Fresh Fill. This Fresh Fill product basically is a charcoal filter. And one of the things we've talked about in other Facebook Live events, which, by the way, this is our 9th event since the beginning of the pandemic. And one of the other ones we've talked about is something called TDS, or Total Dissolved Solids. And that's the amount of mineral, body oil, excess dirt, things like that get in the water. Even filling a brand new hot tub out of a standard garden hose, you're going to start off with TDS of somewhere between 120 to 200 parts per million. The beauty of this Fresh Fill is by using this Fresh Fill, which, by the way, can be used at least 3 to 4 times, okay, which for most of us will be up to 2 years, is it will take the solids down to 0 parts per million and remove all that mineral. So you're starting with the cleanest, clearest, freshest water you could start with. So a great product to pick up called Fresh Fill, and use that on the end of your garden hose when you're going to fill your hot tub up this spring. Okay, so the next step is to make sure you filled your hot tub up before you turn your breaker back on. We've had some customers over the years say, well, it's filling, it's about half full. Should I be turning the breaker? I say, no, you've got to fill it at least a half to 2/3 of the way into your microfilter area. So depending if you've got a Beachcomber hot tub, that's your big open mouth microfilter area. If you've got another brand of hot tub or spa, make sure that your filter area is completely covered with water before you go and turn that breaker back on, okay? So you put your clean filter in, turn your breaker back on. If you have a Beachcomber hot tub, on your keypad, the letters PR will come up. It's going to go through its own priming mode. And if you've forgotten some of these things, because a lot of us haven't drained even for 4 to 6 months, and maybe is going to be your first drain, one of the best things you can do is go back to your original owner's guide, okay? If you've misplaced or lost this owner's guide, you can't find it, it is on our webpage. So again, feel free, it's beachcomber.ab.ca. Go to the bottom of our homepage and you will see owner's guides on everything from brand new hot tubs all the way to hot tubs that we've sold back in the 1990s. You'll go inside, you'll find the hot tub or the model that is yours, and it'll walk you through exactly what you need to do and answer some great actually troubleshooting questions and other questions you might have, okay? And at this point, once you've turned it on, one of the best things you can do is turn your tub on to high speed, turn those massage pumps on, make sure that your light's working. You can set your temperature to where you want to set the temperature at, and then you'll follow along with what are called your startup instructions. Now, a lot of customers, obviously, when you first get your Beachcomber hot tub or other spa, you're gonna get from us what is called your startup and your weekly maintenance instructions. If you have lost or misplaced these, again, feel free, pick up the phone, call your local Beachcomber store, and we can email you these startup instructions, and that will allow you to have it on your cell phone, your iPad, your desktop, anything that you can carry with you and be able to go outside and go through the steps to get your hot tub started and get it going again, okay? One of the other things I will say is part of what you'll see on the startup instructions is to bring a water sample in, okay? So what you're gonna see, no matter what program you are on, now is a great time. After you've filled it, got it going, added your first 3 steps, great opportunity to bring a water test into the store, and we will help to balance things like your total alkalinity, your pH, your calcium hardness, and make sure that you get started on the right track right from the very beginning, okay? Now, I'm going to move on to questions, and I've got a couple questions in front of me here already that I thought I would answer. And please feel free, if there's questions that you've got with regards to startup, draining, filling, or anything else with Watercare and maintenance, great opportunity. Feel free, punch it in, and Sean and Matt will make sure I get it. The first question I had here is, what do I do if my water is becoming difficult to manage, but it's still too cold to drain? That's a great question, and we've got that, and I've heard that on other Facebook Live events over this past 18 to 24 months. And what I've told people is, if it's not above 0, it's now not a good time to drain. I would be waiting till it's at least 5 to 10 degrees. That's a good time to do it. If it's colder and you're finding you're having a hard time looking after your hot tub and the water's having a hard time staying clear, the best thing you can do is grab a few pails of water, whether it's a 5-gallon pail, a pail that you've got in the garage or in the shed. Take 5, 10, 15 pails of water out and put 5, 10, or 15 pails of fresh water back in that hot tub. What that will do is replenish the water, lower your total dissolved solids, allow you to get another 2, 3, 4 weeks out of it until the weather starts to get nice again. And then once that weather turns the corner and it's time to drain, it'll be easy to do it, okay? All right, let me take a look here. Oh, okay. I've got a question coming up here that I'm going to go through. One of the things I forgot to mention, and someone had asked a question about, do you have a shopping list, something that I can go on to, whether it's online or in store? Because obviously people have coming in over the last 39 years buying products from us, and they walk in and they say, I'm trying to remember what I should pick up. We created something called the Watercare shopping list, and we are going to expand this. We've got this right now for our Beachcomber Watercare products. We're going to expand this into Mineral Lux as well. We're going to make this available to you online on our store, our e-store. Because by the way, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you out of town, you can get onto our e-commerce store and you can purchase products, and we can ship them to you free of cost, over $100. And also, we want to have this available to you on our website. In store right now, if you go into any one of your Beachcomber stores, make sure you ask to pick one of these up. They're great. It's just a way to remind you about some of the things that you would normally forget. Some people say, yeah, I forgot, I left. I should have got some fragrance. I should have picked up a hydro mop. I should have picked up a second filter. So continue to grab these, and we will make sure we've got them available for you. It's funny because one of the questions that I've got on here is asking me about customer appreciation events. And before I get into that question, I'm going to just talk a bit about what we're doing here over this next weekend. So I want to let everybody know what we decided to do over the next 3 days. So starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock is we're going to run our February customer appreciation event. And basically what that's going to allow you to do is come in, and again, if you spend a minimum of $100, you can save anywhere between 10 and 30% on your products. And as I've been telling people, and if you've had a chance to watch my Facebook Live events over this last 18 to 24 months, what I've been telling people is during these customer appreciation events, that's the best time to purchase your products and save up to 30%. So one of the question that was asked here is, are you going to get back to your regular in-store customer appreciation events or evenings this spring, now that it looks like the COVID pandemic restrictions may be lifted on March the 1st? And that's a great question. I know that's something we were toying with in September. As we had all heard, it was going to be our best summer ever last year, and then we ended up having to back up a little bit. So we're hoping that come this April or May, we're going to be able to hold in-store event again and welcome you back into our stores, and to say thank you, have some food and drinks, and then run this Watercare seminar with all of you in person. So stay tuned for that. For those of you who are on our mailing list, which should be all of you, make sure that you stay tuned and you'll be getting something from us soon. So again, this promotion will be going on for the next 3 days. And one of the questions on here was, if we miss this event and we can't get there till Monday, which is February the 28th, will you continue to allow us to get the deal and the promotion? And of course, the answer is yes. So we're going to continue to run this event all the way through the weekend, as well as till Monday. I will also mention to everyone out there, we are now starting our new spring, summer, fall hours. We're going back to our regular hours. So we'll be open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 to 6 p.m. And then we'll be open longer on Sundays. I know that's been a headache for some people over this last few months over winter. We've only been open 10 to 4. We'll now be open our regular hours, which is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sundays, to give you the opportunity to come in and take a look and pick up your products as well. All right, another question that's on here. It says, when using pipe cleanse, how can you run the jets for 24 hours? Great question. Really what you're going to do is only run your jets on high speed for the 15-minute period. Then turn on to low speed and just let it circulate, okay? So if you have a hot tub that has a hush pump or circulating pump, that means that this will continue to run continuously 24 hours a day. If you don't, you're going to find that after an hour, that pump that was on low speed will turn off. So the more you can continue to turn the pump on, keep it on low speed circulating, the better. One thing I will mention that I did miss is make sure that all your jets are open. I know there's certain things. I know in my Beachcomber 720, I have what's called a Vertisage neck massage, and I traditionally leave it off unless I'm using it. When I'm using the pipe cleanse product, I make sure that that jet is open, because we want to make sure that we're able to purge everything from every single line in the hot tub. If you've got a reflex foot massage, or in other brands, diverters that divert pressure from one seat to another, or one area to another, make sure that the diverters are always in the halfway position so there's flow throughout the entire hot tub. That'll get you the best results with this pipe cleanse product. And then it says, and do you change the filter settings? No, that's fine. The filter settings can stay exactly the same as they were. I know that for some people, and by the way, this is someone, for example, that might have a LEAP hot tub. It's interesting you say that, because really what you could do is, if you have a Beachcomber LEAP, and traditionally on a LEAP product, your filter settings will be set right from the factory to what is called F4, which is 4 hours, and then 2C, which is 2 hours, or sorry, twice a day. So 2 times 4, which is 8 hours a day. You could go into your owner's manual and change your settings to FC, which is full cycle, 24 hours a day, and make sure that that pump is continuously running. Again, unless you're doing it during the day, you're out there to continually turn it on and keep it going. And then once you've got the drain and refill, go back to your standard F4 and 2C cycles, so it's running its standard 8 hours a day minimum to filter and clean and circulate your water. Next question. It says, my water level has dropped. Is that normal? I will tell you, in the winter especially, we get a lot more evaporation. There's a lot, you can see that. I've had customers over the years that say, I see them, I get some ice build up and so on. The reality is we lose more water in the winter, not just from displacement, obviously getting in and out. It's funny because I know myself, and I'm in my hot tub almost every day, I'm getting in and out a lot quicker in the winter than I am in the summer. So I know just from my swimsuit and just water that is on our bodies when we leave, we are taking more water out of the hot tub in the winter months than we are in the spring, summer, and early fall. So yes, your water level is going to go down, and that's what I go back to. If you have access, for example, to water, and if you've watched some of my other events, you've seen I've talked about hooking up to your drain, your tap in your kitchen, your tap in your washroom. So making sure that you can hook up to that, hooking up to your washing machine if you need to, fill it up 2 or 3 inches, or just get 5 or 10 5-gallon pails and top it up 1 inch or 2 of water. So every 4, 6 to 8 weeks, there's no question, you're going to have to add more water at this time of the year than you will come summertime? So great question. All right. One of the other things I wanted to mention that we're going to do this weekend, which is kind of something fun, and a lot of you who have been in our store over this last year to 16 months have seen something on our shelves, which is called Beachcomber Coffee. This coffee is actually roasted and packaged in Gibsons, BC, which is really where the TV series The Beachcombers was filmed back many years ago. So kind of neat. We've partnered with Beachcomber Coffee, and we've got this in our stores. We've got beans, and we've got dark roast, light roast, medium roast, and decaf. So what I'd like to do is everybody who watches and has joined us at this event between now and Monday, head down to your local Beachcomber store. We'd love to give you a free bag of Beachcomber coffee to say thank you again for your business and thank you for tuning in to our events. All right, everyone, that's everything we've got for tonight. I'm going to mention to you again, if you've got questions, feel free. If I haven't got to them tonight, feel free on our Facebook page to continue to ask these questions. You will see from previous events that I will, over the next 24 hours, make sure that I answer every single question that's on there and make sure that I get back to you. You can also at any time, if it's after hours and you're thinking of something you need an answer to and our store is closed, we have a great email address. It's customer care, that's all one word, customer care @beachcomber.ab.ca. That at this time comes directly to me. I take all those customer care emails personally and make sure that I get back to you within 24 hours. So again, please feel free to send emails if you have any Watercare questions, and I will get back to you very quickly. So in closing, good night, everyone, and thanks again for tuning in, and let's all hope for spring to come very soon and warmer weather. Take care. Have a great evening. We'll see you again in a couple months. Good night.